Hello everyone, my name is Tejas Bansali and today we will start the new playlist which is thermodynamic cycles, and the first cycle that we will see is the Rankine cycle, which is basically used in the steam or thermal power plants. The prerequisite to study this cycle is the properties of the pure substance. Unless the base of that chapter is not clear, you won't be able to solve numericals of Rankine cycle. So if you haven't watched those videos yet, please go and watch them, the link to which are given in the description box. So let's start with general layout of a thermal power plant. It has four major components: feed pump, boiler, turbine and the condenser. It also has other components, but for numerical solving purpose, only these four components are important. So, what happens in the feed pump? The pumping of the feed water take place to the boiler, where the pressure is increased from condenser pressure to the boiler pressure, and the process is basically reversible adiabatic. Now, in the boiler, the combustion of the fuel take place. The fuel used is the coal, and the boiler, the conversion of the water into steam at constant boiler pressure and heat supplied during a process is Q1. Now, heat supply in the boiler is take place in two stages. First, sensible heating, and next is the latent heating. Now, the condition of steam at exit of the boiler may be dry, wet or superheated depending upon up to what temperature we are heating in the boiler. Now, from boiler, steam will enter into the turbine where reversible adiabatic or isentropic expansion of steam will take place in turbine from boiler pressure to the condenser pressure, and turbine will give you work output WT. Turbine is, you can see, it is coupled to the generator, which will convert the mechanical work output from turbine to the electrical output or electrical power. Now from turbine, the steam is fed to the condenser at pressure, at the condenser pressure, and the steam will reject its heat, or steam will reject its latent heat of vaporization to the cooling water, which is equal to Q2. Condenser is basically a heat exchanger where the heat exchange take place between the hot steam and the cold water, which is continuously circulated from the cooling tower, and at the exit of the condenser you will see the pure liquid or pure water without any moisture content. So again this free water is converted, sorry, is pumped to the boiler, and the cycle goes on continuing. Hope you understood this general layout of thermal power plant. Now let us have a look at the processes occurring in the plant. Process 1 to 2 is the, as you can see, that steam at high pressure and temperature enters turbine, and the process is called as isentropic expansion. And as you know, steam may be dry steam, it may be wet, it may be superheated depending upon up to what temperature we are heating in the boiler. Now after turbine, steam is converted into the water in the condenser, and in the condenser the heat rejection at constant pressure take place. After the condenser, that is at the exit of the condenser, you will see the water is being pumped to the back to the boiler, and from the pump, after pumping to the boiler, heat addition will take place in two stages from 4 to 5 and 5 to 1. 4 to 5 is the sensible heating of the water, and 5 to 1 is the latent heating of water. Both this heat addition process take place at constant pressure. Now let us depict the processes in PV and TS diagram. So as you know, in the turbine, the isentropic expansion will take place, and you can see that the condition of steam is superheated at the entry of turbine, and at turbine or at the outlet of turbine you can see that the expansion has take place at constant entropy, or also called as isentropic expansion. Now from boiler pressure to the condenser pressure, now steam is now being condensed to the condense in the condenser, where the moisture content is being converted into the pure water. In the condenser, basically the heat exchange take place between the hot steam and the cold water, which is being continuously circulated in the condenser from the cooling tower. Now as you can see, at the exit of the condenser there is pure water, which is again pumped to the boiler, where heat addition take place. Now as you can see, 4 to 5 is heat addition at constant pressure, which is sensible heating, and 5 to 1 is basically latent heating of steam at constant pressure, because 451 is the constant pressure line. We will depict the same on PV diagram, is pressure versus volume diagram. Again you can see that 1 to 2 is the isentropic expansion. The pressure limits are boiler pressure and condenser pressure. So isentropic expansion will take place, and in the condenser the mixture will be converted into the pure water with the help of the cooling water, and with the help of the heat exchange between the cooling water and the hot steam. Now this steam is then again this water the water from point 3 is pumped back to the boiler, and this pumping is basically occurs at constant volume or constant specific volume. The volume doesn't change ideally while pumping, and after the coming to boiler, so heat addition take place at constant pressure, where 4 to 5 is sensible heating and 5 to 1 is the latent heating. Both heat addition and heat rejection take place at constant pressure. This was all about the ideal Rankine cycle or basic Rankine cycle. It also has some more configurations like reheating and regeneration. We will see them in upcoming videos. Okay, so I hope now you understood the basic Rankine cycle, its working, the processes occurring in it, and its PV and TS diagram. In the upcoming videos we will see the variations in Rankine cycle and its effect on efficiency. So the efficiency of the ideal Rankine cycle is work output upon heat added. So work output will be H1 minus H2, and heat added will be H1 minus H4. Now work output is obtained in the turbine, and turbine is in this region 1 to 2. That's why H1 minus H2, where H1 is where H is the specific enthalpies of steam. The expressions for work output in turbine and heat addition in the boiler are obtained by using steady flow energy equation for turbine and boiler. Okay. Here in the net work output I haven't considered the pump work, because the pump work is negligible. So you can neglect the pump work if asked in exam. But if they tell you to include the pump work, so you may include the pump work. And if pump work is not negligible, you need to find the pump work using this equation. WP, which is pump work, is equal to VF. VF is the specific volume at point 3, because pump is installed at this point. So VF is specific volume of water at point 3 into P1 minus P2. P1 is the boiler pressure and P2 is the condenser pressure. So it's just the product of pressure limits with the specific volume of the water at point 3. Okay, I hope you understood the working of the ideal Rankine cycle. In upcoming videos we will see other configurations of a Rankine cycle. Till then, like this video, share this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.